Then we have Lance Storm promo and the Canadian national anthem. The crowd is eating this up. They absolutely love it from the not U.S. World Champion, by the way. He is the Canadian heavyweight champion.
Yeah.
Remember when you changed all the belts and all the everything to Canada?
Yeah. You know, John, for a guy saying everything went downhill from there, this don't sound like a bad show to me, bro, to be honest with you, John.
Well, most of the matches aren't good. That's what it is. There's some entertaining spots after it, and you're getting the guys to heat back, but the matches aren't good. The Young Dragon match is great. I love that match. I actually think it's better than what people kind of were saying it was.
Bro, that's the fun. That's the thing, bro. That's the thing. That match that opened that show. That's what those matches were for. That's why you had the X division in TNA. That's why you had the light heavyweights in WCW, you know, with Eric. That's what that was for. That was for, bro, there's one match on the show like this. It was a specialty match when, you know, back in the day, bro, when you would have the midgets and then a women's match would be a big deal. That was the specialty match. And what happened was now that's every match. And that's why it's not special anymore. But when this was being developed back then, this was like the opening match, car wreck. No other match on the card was going to be like this card. Now, this is how everybody wrestles.
Right. True. So, Lance Storm versus Mike Awesome in a Canadian rules match for the WCW Canadian Heavyweight Championship, not United States Championship. I mean, eventually you're going to be changing all the belts, but it's technically a United States Championship match. Here's the thing. Okay, so Jacques Rougeau, Canadian, of course, is going to be the special guest enforcer, and the rules would be arbitrarily changed during this match so Mike Awesome would win. They changed the rules. You can't do that. They changed the rules. It's in Canada, so he's supposed to be a heel doing all this heel stuff, and it gets over as a babyface stuff, and Mike Awesome, who's winning, keeps getting screwed, and the crowd is chanting for it.
Well, okay, you got to explain that to me again. Go ahead.
Okay, so
slowly.
So all right, so Mike Awesome versus Lance Storm for the U.S. Championship.
Lance Storm is traditionally the heel, but we're in Canada.
Yes, so he's over as a babyface. Yes, so Mike Awesome will legitimately win. Jacques Rougeau is the special guest enforcer. He comes out with this fake Canadian rule book. He explains to the ref, we're in Canada, that can't count. So they'll say, oh, the pinfall, you know, whatever the BS excuse was. So they have to restart the match. Mike Awesome would win again. They restart the match because
the heel is still screwing the babyface.
Yes, big time. Okay, but the crowd is not playing along.
Yeah, no, I got it. Yes. Okay, yeah, that works.
But do you like that, though? The crowd is not playing along at all?
Yeah, it's Canada, bro. By the time we get back to the United States, Lance is going to have a ton of heat on him because of this match. Absolutely. I got no problem with this whatsoever. I totally understand it now. Yes.
So I interviewed Lance not that long ago. Well, I guess it was a couple years ago now, but he had said he hates this match and he hates everything about it. No, but because Mike Awesome, you guys promised that he was going to be getting like a push at this and doing something, and he became like the fat chick thriller and the 70s guy after this. So this didn't help Awesome. He was saying all this, and him losing to him 3 times didn't help him either.
Again, bro, first of all, Lance Storm is one of these guys like Christopher Daniels who like they somehow, some way along the lines believe that wrestling was real. If anybody, bro, needed a character, it was probably Mike Awesome. You know, Mike Awesome was very, very generic. I was a huge fan of Mike Awesome, bro. I liked Mike Awesome a lot. But Mike Awesome was very, very, very generic. And I'll tell you this too. I don't think Mike Awesome liked the gimmick. But Mike Awesome needed a gimmick in my opinion. And again, here's the problem, bro. Here's the problem, Chris. John, I mean, here's the problem. If a talent doesn't like a gimmick, they're going to make sure it fails. There's no question about it. This goes back to when we wanted to turn Goldberg heel. They're not going to play it like it needs to be played, and their heart's not going to be in it, so it's never going to get over. And that always puts a writer in a tough spot because you're trying to do it because you're trying to help the talent. You think it'll be good for the talent. The talent's got a different vision in their head, so they're fighting you. You're trying to do the right thing. They're fighting you, and at the end of the day, nothing's going to ever get over.
With this, right? How does this make Lance look good, though? He keeps losing. I know you're getting heat on him, but he keeps losing to the guy.
Yeah, he's a heel.
So it's okay, you think, that he kind of looks like...
The whole idea is to get heat on him. The whole idea is for the fans to say, he beat you 5 times, blah, 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 blah. Absolutely. It's a 1,000% heel thing.
But then Awesome didn't really do anything after
bro,
this,
that's not the first time we've seen this. I mean, you've seen a million times a commissioner come out and change the rules during the middle of a match, a heel. You've seen that a million times.
So Jacques is, obviously helps Lance. Lance ends up getting the win in about 11 minutes, 30 seconds, thanks to Jacques. Here's the crazy part. Out to congratulate Lance Storm for cheating, basically cheating his way to victory, to a huge pop. Bret the Hitman Hart comes out.
I thought you were going to go there. For a guy that's saying this show sucks, man, I would be interested.
You're loving this. Yeah. Wow. All right.
Interested in seeing some of these things, bro. I'm not having a problem with any of this stuff. Yes. So Bret was not on the card?
No, surprise.
Good. That's good, man. Good.
He's retired at this point, basically. So he's just a surprise.
Good. Okay, good.
Huge pop.
He must have got a huge pop, right? Huge?
Yeah, huge.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it's just funny, like Storm cheated and all this other stuff. Jacques Rougeau and Bret Hart congratulating him for the win, even though he cheated.
I mean, it was like that too, bro. It was really like that when you went to Canada and back and forth between Canada and the U.S. It was really like that, man. You couldn't work around that. There was no working around it, man.
Yeah, Lance was over huge in Canada. Obviously, Bret's a god in Canada. He's not even like a regular athlete. He's like a god in Canada.
Yeah.
So interesting stuff there, and obviously Lance Storm does not like you to this day because of stuff like this, Vince.
Exactly. So. Yes, exactly.